light work. Depends.
Doesn't matter.
Unnamed.
The Kamloops landscape is merely beautiful. Soft, polyrhythmic range as strange as Moon Mountains. From the hills, the city is like lit lichen clinging to river rock. From the city, the hills absorb everything projected their way. Not knowing the stories that shape and shift these shapes, ceremonies and songs that make this someone's home, a visitor wanders and wonders at the wonders. Even in flying dreams, I cannot survey this territory. Undulant space evades capture by flatlander imagination. Roads cannot grid with geometric desire this gently resistant place, only offer contingent correspondence to its curves and swells. Missing the horizon and my magnetic lines, I am unable to home here, but experiencing this difference brings me closer.
There was that time, hey, musician, magician, read me the statue, the one about the white man and the kneeled. Well, I'm all grown, and I'm still talking about the field and picking stones heft from winter frost. $2 an hour and work ever since. Distant privilege, settled to hick from Fullerton Township. Suture, scars, stars, and hair stories. Motherfucking Christ, horror, and how to hate. Who's in the back kitchen cooking for the house? Home conceived the road song, the apprehension, and arrest of someone for a crime, for an unknown call, a gesture, a hand, to understand or perceive. Got your back, in the drone city wailing, sallow your lungs and great machinery, back to ergonomics, back to paper finance, the social virus, back to funder deadlines, back to hard-cornered, decentered, and a greater remove. We don't travel alone, though. Invited to escape the asphalt. Sure, soared up since all this light work. Hear the laughter from the gathering under the willow. Long branches in search of each other's rooms. And the road winds down to Kamloops questions. What are the names of the hills the same river meets? Barely dust the road under perfect moon after cracked sun, sown, drum, one as one. In family, we face each other to visit the lines that stem from eyes as crow's feet. These tourist heels hurt and belly worries. Ha! Ha! The lines lead like a girl made of strong men, loud, loud, to tell you, oh tempered silence, of the cultivated.
Word lines and eye streams thread through thoughts, stringing us like variegated beads or planets, wound, round, orbiting an unseen felt center, silver needles wounding between nerves, healing slivers sounding for ruddy aquifer. Then an inverting wind winds willow hair and spirals the conversation of crows, ribboning song like scent, full moonward.
And this is what you see at night. Steady interactions of every modality. This road is a creek when it rains. Ruined body caroons into the margin, and that body comes to be behind the mountain, stream around the landscape as the bridge gathers as a passage, and our obstruction forms ditches. This is what you see at night, the healing hanging in trees, the heart, and how it is your heart, and how it is stone etched with circles at the center, or incised spirals of metalwork material, the brass lens lyrical, hybrids in clarity, focused to longevity. All the blades, the willow branches circle, Sand and pure pigment, clay and mineral, shimmer and watercolored, these sinuous ribbons spiral to elliptical shadow, 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 shadows. When you look up, what you feel at night, song sense, full moon ward. It was days ago, it being hundreds of years still, colonial diet, mouths of lemniscate straightened to intersection, upright images gather, this view from above, like the crow was making, up from the distance. All I can be at night, be at the river, for a walk in the forest, matters, the current, the faster it moves, the stronger it is too. The nerves like veins, wide river, from my heart up over my left shoulder. Mostly trees looking up, from infinite properties, a road into world and not into town. Nippon. Much of the time it's become a sort of home.
So days later, my cousin says, though about another place, you don't go in there alone, anything can happen, anything. It's Indian land, the regular rules don't apply. Anything, anything, anything? Oh, what happened in imagined territories? This is Indian land. We don't travel alone though, invited, elder-led and laden with food, water, and wonder. We escape settlement's asphalt for a dusty creek that wends through the shades of the not-quite mountain. Reading the rolling bed with fingertip tires, bulky silver vehicle swaying in the turbulent current, an inelegant ascent through the strata of sense, searching for the word that means history, but without picturing papers. Arrived to sun-heated flowers and serious smiles, and the sudden restoration of unlettered memories. Welcomed strangers in this place of communal peace, generous, generous, generous. Sage smoke cures flesh. Protocols are explained, we're guided to our place, the peripheral center, where time winds a spiral, a coil where present and pasts overlap. Glimpses of movement on the edge of the circle, dancing heat. All together, happily silent, unreadable meanings pierce the present, present, present. No spectators, no show and tell. Self-conscious. Unable to make the moment into narratives for later consumption. Eyes stream, muscles rhyme the drum. Body and mind finally flow to a common rhythm in time. Heart beaten, soul rattle. Eagle feathers, fans know the heavy spots and make light work. The rest is written in blood and nerves and will never leave the peak. Placement of the bench by park planners in 1982 determined our view of the river rather than the city, path, or this humming community picnic. Does the arrangement condition expectations of the land or respond to innate need? Why did we choose this place, civil engineering or archetypal drive? That a bush vale has since grown between eyes and water should not weaken the designer confidence, but does shade our nascent sharing. The situation implies introspection over projection. Perhaps this short sighting is a metaphor for our impending exchange and the interrupting trees and intercession from higher beings on our present narrative. Filigreed branches now seem a call surrounding the coming conversation, suspending bodies before language, before words undo us.
Innate need, shade and intimacy, river rather than city, the racing ducks, the softened view, always and ever differently. A slip past nascent to heed the call, to sever suspension, reconstruct amidst all these systems.
Too near the crux of the river, the matter, sight tethered to rooted bodies, leashed imagination straining through the screen of trees, skimming water to idols desired because distant, look out to the scene to escape eminence. Reconcile. To cause a person to accept or be resigned to something not desired. He was reconciled to his fate. To win over to friendliness. To cause to become amicable. To reconcile hostile persons. To compose or settle a quarrel, dispute, etc. To bring into agreement or harmony. To make compatible, consistent. To reconcile differing statements, to reconcile accounts, to reconsecrate a desecrated church or cemetery, to restore an excommunicant or penitent to communion in a church. Before awakening, everything flowed from, to, over, under, through, with, calm and turbulent, consuming, consumed, birthing, dying, unknowable currents. Nothing named or knew its nature. Each is and was according to their way, in rhyme and rhythm, in tune, whole.
Inscribed like some real material on film, light-sensitive man, learning more words than any sense of mother. Insolvency, language. This old place, the crumbling facade, structure, sound, moon behind a cloud.
Then we awoke to know we were. Pausing to reflect, flow was disrupted. All continued as before, but now we could see and saw our difference. Knowing separates from complete being with. In sleep, ceremony, song, dance, in right doing, we reconcile with all our relations.
We stand out on the balcony and look level to the water as the silvered iridescence rushes towards us. The end.
The beginning.